Got the Holden Cruze. I think this is a 2012 model, and I want to change the headlight globes. If you go online to look at how to replace light bulbs, you can on YouTube you'll find how to replace light bulbs on the Chevy Cruze. And when you go inside the Holden Cruze, you see that the light bulbs are actually held in differently in the Holden Cruze than they are in the Chevy Cruze. So just like the water going down the drain differently in the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere, light globes are held in the Cruzes slightly differently in the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. And so this video is going to show you how you can replace the light bulbs and the headlights for the southern hemisphere version of the Cruze.
So actually this job is pretty easy. The only tool I needed to use was a screwdriver. You gain access to the light globes from underneath the hood, so you don't need to remove any headlights or anything. You get to them from underneath the hood in the locations labelled on this photograph here. So you get access to the globes from behind some rubber gaskets. On the passenger side you can gain access by removing the wiper fluid funnel from its location, which just pulls out.
So yeah, there's this rubber gasket over the headlight bulb sort of assembly, and there's this little rubber tab here that you pull on to just remove the rubber gasket, just enough so you can get in there behind there and unclip the light bulb.
And all you need to do is just pry away the gaskets and get in between the gasket and the mount and unclip the globe. It's held in by a spring clip. So it was pretty hard to show you the spring clip in place. In this clip here you can kind of see it. This is what it looks like with the rubber gasket in place and me holding it away. But the best way to see it is I've removed the rubber gasket completely, and this is what it looks like without any of the rubber gasket or wiring in place. But you won't actually see it like this in the vehicle.
So yeah, when that clips on the globe, you push it to the side like that way, in towards the globe, and that releases the clip. Yeah, and once the clip's off, this whole unit will come out. It'll end up looking like that. And this whole piece pulls off from that section there. But there's a clip on the top there. I'm not sure whether that clip actually is required to come off, because this unit is held pretty tight in there, just pulls straight out. I took that clip off on the other side before removing the globe, so I'm going to do that again on this side, because I think that might be holding it in tight. So just trying to remove this clip, just get a screwdriver under there, and I'm prying that off. Somehow. There we go. So I think this may make this looser when you're trying to pull this off. So now, so it comes off just like that. It's pretty tight. All right, so that's the thing we're replacing. So I'm not wearing gloves at the moment. The new one, they tell me on the other things you should be wearing gloves, because you get your oil over the globe there. It reduces the life of it. So I'm going to go and put some washing up gloves on before putting this new one on. But see, yes, now this has come apart. The rubber gasket has come away. So got to make sure when we put it back together, I'm going to put the new globe on there like that before putting before inserting this bit back on here. Otherwise, you know, it's going to be a disaster. So okay. So yeah, put the globe back in to the fitting there at the back, threading it through the gasket, and now I'm going to make sure don't forget to replace this bit, this clip, and yeah, wearing gloves so I'm not touching the globe, putting oil on it.
So it's pretty hard to show you exactly how you put the assembly back in, because it's all covered up by the gasket. But as you can see, the globe has 3 tabs that stick out, and the mount has 3 holes, 3 slots, which you slid in. And this photo you show the bottom 2, so there's 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top. And you just got to push the globe into those slots. Then you've got to get your finger down the side behind the gasket and clip those springs in. And this is probably the trickiest part of the job, and it can be quite frustrating. I don't really have any advice to you. They just got to clip in. You do one side at a time.
Yeah, just make sure that gasket is sealed nicely around on there. Imagine that's to prevent water getting in there and stuffing you up. When you put it back in, you've got to make sure that bit clips in there. When you put it back in, you've got to make sure that bit clips in there. And it's reassembled, and both headlights are working. And I've got a high beam too.